over the Labor Day weekend, I did manage to get some magnet fishing in over some water. It was a little bit of a risk, but I wanted to give this a try and see if there's any issues with my injury. The first magnet fishing was unsuccessful, didn't find anything, but I had this great view, so there was no complaints. This was down the shore off of a dock that many people fish off of. But then after that, I went to one of the local rivers and gave it a try. I'm picking up the video in probably part 2 of today's magnet fishing. This is a local waterway near my house that I wanted to always try. The water is always gushing over this spillway, and we haven't had any rain until about a week and a half, and we're going to get some rain coming up soon, so I wanted to give this a try. I got the magnet stuck at the bottom of the water. The issue is there's a ton of rocks that I didn't really know about, and I got it stuck. So I actually had to go home, do a 2 o'clock meeting for work, because I did this during my lunch break, but then I had to come back because I didn't want to just leave this out laying around. Some kids finding it, trying to tug on it, God forbid fall in. I didn't want to leave just a random rope in the water. I wanted to get it out. So I came back with a knife anticipating to cut the line, but I wanted to give it one last try at least to see if I could get my magnet back, because I did not want to lose another magnet. So what you'll see in a second is I will walk on this waterway to get a different angle. It's a little slippery here. I want to make sure I didn't slip and fall in. Don't need to get hurt again. As you can see, it's very shallow. You can see the rocks on the right hand side. So I walked across this to try to see if I could pull it from a different angle. The other thing I realized this time around, I'm using my GoPro head mount, which is not good for magnet fishing. Everything's below. I gotta start wearing my chest piece so that way you guys can actually see the action. Everything with the rope is always below where the camera can see. So here you can't see me pulling on the rope trying to get the magnet unstuck. If this was a chest piece, you'd see me actually trying to pull at it. So it didn't budge there. I mean, it was locked in, and you could tell it was not stuck on something metal. That I would have felt something a little bit different. So I'm going to speed it up here as I walk my way back down. At this point, I was ready to cut the line and see what I could do. One of the things I was actually thinking about was going in there myself. I put on some crappy shoes to actually go in there physically to see if I can get it out. But the good thing is I walked down even farther to the left and I got it out. So now you see, normally you would think, well, I just had another scare losing almost another magnet. Might as well cut my losses or just call it a day because I got lucky to get back. But I hadn't tried over here. There's a lot of fishing that goes on over here. So I figured now I got my magnet back, let me give it a whirl. Now in this area, sorry about the sun glare, that's the sun bouncing to my camera. One thing I noticed was I saw a shiny circular object in the water, almost like it was another magnet. I threw the magnet a couple times. I found a fish hook there. I threw the magnet a couple times. This is what I'm doing here to try to get on top of it. It would brush by it, didn't get it, brush by it, didn't get it, and then eventually, as you'll see, I was able to lure it over to the bank, and I let this tape run. I thought I found something really cool, but I didn't. You gotta again, you can't really see what's actually happening. I will start using my chest mount or putting the camera down to the side like I have been for my other magnet fishing videos. Alright, here we go. Finally got it to the bank and pulling it in. I got lucky, I found two things. Found this lure, I think that's a lure. Throw that down there. I found this jar which had the metal top. There was something in it. So this is where I thought, oh, there's something in it. Maybe it's money, maybe it's a note, maybe it's a scavenger hunt that I just lucked up on. It was some printed pieces of paper with someone's Instagram posts on it. It was the worst smelling thing ever. Once I opened it, the ink from the paper started bleeding. I tried holding it up to my camera so that way you guys could see, but I got it close to my nose and I started to gag. It smelled so bad. Everything that I found magnet fishing I've kept. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but this is something I'm definitely throwing out at this point. I don't want to keep this thing. It smelled so bad. And even the Instagram post, I was able to read some of the words. It's not something I would want to even tell you guys what it said. Maybe someone gave it to somebody and tried blackmailing them. I have no idea, but all the posts that I read were inappropriate and found a bottle cap, and I just throw them out. So I gave it a few tosses in that area, speeding up the video. Since I know I can walk on that causeway, technically I'm not supposed to, but since I knew I could safely, I wanted to walk and just drag the magnet at the edges just to see if the current picks some things up and they're blocked where that wall is. Spoiler, didn't find anything. The water was actually quite cool, wasn't too cold to walk through. People do fish in here and they stand in the water, mostly with some fishing gear to keep dry, but I touched the water a couple times, so it wasn't that cold. The first time around in the video that I cut out of this to keep this a manageable length, I was walking on this with my bare feet, so luckily I got lucky. When I went home to go get the knife to thinking I was going to cut the line, I got a bad pair of shoes that I don't care about, so I'm walking with rubber. This would also help if I had to go into where the waterfall is to try to get this rope out, because I did not want to leave this out in the nature. Didn't want any fish getting caught up in it. But here are the finds. My GoPro got pretty foggy. Found 2 bottle caps, a lure and a hook, and there's that jar and the papers. Oh, another thing that I did find is there's a picnic bench down the line, and if you knew from my last video, I just brought the magnet over there. Got these bottle caps as well. So in the end, I thought this was going to end in a bad day, but I lucked out, got my magnet back, and made a few finds. So thanks everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to keep trying to do some more magnet fishing videos. Thanks.